let's first understand it's still a bull market, isn't it? And what I find interesting and relatively amusing is that every smart guy and every smart woman I know keeps trying to fade the stock market, keeps trying to think that it's overvalued, keeps trying to sell it short. They put forth wonderful ideas as to why stocks are overvalued, why they can't go higher, that the Fed's monetary expansion or the ECB's monetary expansion or the Bank of Japan's monetary expansion are all the reasons why share prices are still high and that they should go lower, but the stock market keeps moving higher. One of my favorite analysts, the great Paul Tudor Jones, once said when asked who's the best stock trader he's ever seen, answered without equivocation, it's my 4-year-old nephew Bobby, because you could hold a chart in front of Bobby and ask him, Bobby, what direction is this going? And he'll say, that looks like it's going up, Uncle Paul. Stocks keep going higher. I've only been at this 40 years, so I'm relatively new to the business. But as I said, every smart guy keeps trying to pick the top. And the best thing you can do is say the movement is from the lower left to the upper right, and it will continue until it stops. And that's 40 years of wisdom involved in the market. It's still a bull market, and if you fade it, if you try to sell it, if you get out of it, if you go, especially if you try to go short of it, you make a fool of yourself.
So if we can get some specifics then, Dennis, if you look at the likes of eBay and Netflix, both trading at records, but both are companies that are trying to shake up traditional industries, do you see anything in the business model or anything that they're doing to attack the better economic cycle that makes you want to buy these stocks?
Well, I will let people younger than I, smarter than I, trade Google. I have never understood Google, to be quite honest. I've never understood high tech. It's something that's beyond my ken. I spend my time looking at tankers. I spend my time looking at metals companies. I spend my time looking at the things that, as I like to say, who make the things that if you drop them on your foot will hurt. The simple things that are incumbent in global economic growth. I'll let people wiser than I trade Google. If I look at the chart of Google, it has gone absolutely parabolic in the last several days. I can make no sense of that whatsoever. Good for those, bully for those who've been able to follow it. I can't. On the other hand, if you look at what's going on in the tanker business, if you look at what's going on in the oil industry, there's a lot of oil out there that's being transferred around the world, and tanker demand is very strong. I can make sense of that industry. It continues to move higher. The stocks continue to move from the lower left to the upper right. Day rates keep moving up. I make sense of that. But I'll let people who are smarter than I trade Google.